Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be starting out today with the M46 Patton here, which thank you very much Gary for giving Levi a little treat here to start the stream off. He's very happy. Hopefully everything is working with the stream though. Let me know if anything's kind of off, but Windows 10 did an update and it completely screwed up my microphone, sound, everything. It kind of reset everything to default, which was obviously nothing because nothing was working. I even had to fix my webcams here just a second ago. But nice to see you guys, everyone who's here early. Couple new things for tonight. If you purchase things in the stream shop, you can actually type in messages now. You'll see a little spot where you can click like your message or something. You click on that. That'll be useful if you do challenges. You can type in the tank. And then also for people that are sponsors, there's a new emoji that I made. It's a plus 100 Levi biscuits. If you type that in the chat when I have a ace tanker match or a first class, the ones that I give out stream currency already for, it'll add 100 to the pool for the next raffle that pops up every hour. Just something that's different here. Alright, so usually I like pushing to town here, but we don't really got much going on down here. I think I'm still gonna stick with it because there is a Malshin pushing around down here. Plus we have a T100 for whatever reason rushing. He has not gotten hit yet, which I am 100% surprised at. Nice to see everyone. I actually just rebought the M46 here since it's 30% off. Decided, what the hell? It's a great tank, so might as well pick it back up while it's on sale. Really pushing the level of what I want to sit out here. No, I'm gonna pull back. Not gonna play chicken with that amount of tanks. Very nice, Andrew. Hello, Rich. Congrats on Bradley Walters. E10 is not pointing at me. Yeah, I'm a filthy gold spammer right now, but my team, honestly, I do not like how we're set up right now. Basically, we're outnumbered in the town in the south, we're outnumbered in the very far north, and we have a huge clump of lightly armored tanks and tank destroyers in the center, which them pushing out is definitely going to be a little bit iffy. Crapola, that's not good. The T10 is trying to maneuver to get me. Yeah, that too. It also, he opened up basically, instead of just top 10 showing, it shows a lot more now. Oh lord, why did our 268 pull back? Why did you do that, dude? That's just, we're all good. I'm gonna die and then they're gonna get stuck, essentially. Him freaking falling back was literally, yeah. Well, at least he's dead. I wasn't gonna be able to kill him. I'm not gonna last. Like literally, like he's full HP. But, you know, if he wanted to move back a little bit, but running away and not being able to spot, that just, it basically, yeah. We can still pull it off. It's just, it's a little bit frustrating, because they weren't going to push out otherwise. Alright, so next up is a PvE match here. Let me hop into the Franken. I'm glad so far nothing's going wrong here. Hello Abdul, nice to see you. What? Like that literally makes no sense. Every single time I've seen people lose or lose myself, it's when you leave the minions alive and they just sit there dealing damage to you and you're not able to kill the Leviathan later on in the match. But I guess that guy knows better. But it basically comes down to not even just that, it's just you can kill almost all the minions before you're able to get to the Leviathan, because it spawns so far away from you that you're not able to get to the Leviathan safely without taking a ton of damage. But I'll gladly just kill all 4 of these things back here and let those guys go on their merry way. Not really necessarily as fun as killing the big tank, but later on you're not going to have basically these 4 little tanks come after you when you're getting shot at by the Leviathan. Ah, nice, Dana. Good minds think alike. It was a request. You know, pretty much any request that you guys put up I will gladly do. So oopsie daisy. That shot went a little far left there. Yeah, right now, you know, they haven't even seen the Leviathan, so hopefully they are doing their best to take these guys out as fast as they can here. Alright. Now I just gotta track down this last guy. Even though he probably ran far right, which in that case, oh, nope, he's right there. If he had ran up to the edge of the map, I wouldn't have chased after him. Go. Now it's time to start moving forward here. Please use, you know, the tank request commands, Madden. You know, only request 1 tank off the get-go, please, as well. But yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up on chat. This tank actually flipped pretty easily, so I'm gonna catch up on chat after the battle here. But, you know, please use the request command. It's just ! request, followed by a tank you want me to play, and, you know, I've got a bunch of them lined up there already. That's what I pull my requests off of. Oopsie daisy. Glad I got through that. Get this guy away since he's just gonna start pinging them. I'm just such a good teammate here. I'm not going for the glory, I'm going for the win. Not that you really need to aim for the weak spots on these things if they're not angled at you. And of course I I guess I should say with your secondary gun. Alright. I'll roll over this. What the hell? Come on. Come on. There we go. Little mini turret in the front. Doesn't line up with the main gun very well right now. Yeah, don't have a shot now. Ah, very nice, Gus. They're all chasing. They're all just chasing behind, which I know people say you can pen it from the frickin' back, which, you know, you can. But with the amount of people that are aiming at this thing right now, it should be taking a lot more damage. Which, of course, it's aiming at me now, probably because I pissed it off and I'm actually doing damage to the thing. Luckily, I get right behind that in time. Whoops. I just missed that. I'll just go with my main gun here. Hello, Jack and Mojo. But I do end up with a lot of damage, yeah. But as long as I just care about winning this mode, because playing PvE in general, like, not to say you should expect to win every match, but the rule of thumb that I go with for most games. Which tonight, for those not familiar, about midway through the stream, I'll be doing a poll for picking the game that I played Tuesday night. Fat chance of me penning, but I need to heal. A couple of these guys are damaged, so I'll get them a little bit of HP here. Yeah, I don't think that's a weak spot. Nope. Honestly, I don't even look at a lot of the things, but at this range, I don't think my secondary gun is able to pen many things at this range. Hi, little bud. What? You got plenty of biscuits. Like, you got one in the beginning, and Ryan and I actually gave him some right beforehand too. Hey, stop shooting me. Just farming the damage here while everyone else frickin' bounces off of them. There we go. Killed Leviathan. Got 16,000 damage too. Thank you, Floyd. But got a nice little win here. Funny how, you know, killing those tanks in the beginning helped out a lot, because you're able to just sit to where you actually can shoot the thing instead of all just funneling behind it while it's pointing its main gun at you. So nice little win there. Might as well open this up. Yay, I got some credits. It's kind of some weird awards for this. Like, they give you like the quality oil and stuff, to which is strange. And they gave me one bread with smolik for Polish vehicles. Again, it's kind of strange, but what you pull out of those things, it's kind of funny too in the same sense, you know. Which I'm hoping, oh, this Windows update that happened, it even screwed up a word pad here. Change frickin' my word pad screen. We actually got a lot of M46 Patton requests, so I'll sprinkle them in here just to break them up a little bit. Oop, I cannot spell Patton tonight for some odd reason. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I'm not necessarily platooning today, but you know, if you know you're able to pop in real quick, I can try to send you an invite, Cobra. So I have a grind here. You get a couple boosters here, which for anybody that converts free experience, I would hold off on doing that. There's going to be a, you know, 35 instead of the 25 per gold sale coming up in about 2 weeks, I believe, for the NA server. Alright, so we got a grind. Which hello to anybody else that popped in while, you know, I was a little bit distracted here. Unfortunately, BennyBot, I don't have an object 263, which to use the tank request command, guys, there's no space after the exclamation point, but here you go, little bud, you got a tip. You know, Matt and I asked you, it's just one tank request per person, unless I say otherwise. So I have an E100 up there for you, but you know, if you use the command, basically it's just that, and that kind of stickies itself to my screen. So I got this go to T24 here for my grind request. But more or less how I do tank requests, you know, since I don't want them to fill up right off the get-go, is, you know, I ask it for one per person, and that's how the command works essentially. It won't necessarily let you do it in a short amount of time, because I delete them as I go through the requests. But later on, you know, if I get through most of the requests and I have time and room, then you can request another tank, just so everyone gets a shot at requesting, instead of just, you know, people that show up right in the beginning, which there's nothing wrong with that. Then 3 Lee, it's definitely not bad. Basically, you just have to go into the tank, playing it like a tank destroyer, through and through. Also note what side of the gun, you know, this basically the gun's in the hole. Note what side that's on. Try not to round corners if that's going to be on the inside, because people are going to be able to hit you, especially at that tier, 2 or 3 times sometimes before you get around that corner, because the other side of your tank's sticking out. Same with cresting over hills. There's those 2 little mini turrets on the front, or not the front, the top, to where if you're cresting a hill, people can hit you before you can shoot them as well. So more or less, you just need to plan your movements appropriately, which we... Come on, guys, we need to push. We got plenty of tanks up here. I particularly can't push against a PZ4 with a howitzer gun. Like our T-3485M just got popped again, but sorry, dude, you need to suck it up and push up here. It's just this PZ4, I'm gonna definitely be chancing it here. He can deal basically 2-3 times the damage per shot on me than I can give back to him. Alright, this helps a little bit. I know he doesn't have good gun depression, but there we go. Nice teamwork. Thank you, Pentoda4, for helping. But yeah, it's just, I can see that our south is having some trouble. They were outnumbered by a few tanks down there. Thank you very much, Dana, for the tip. You can always, you can catch a replay of it. I know it's not the same thing though, but yeah, that sounds like fun though. I am very much enjoying being cleanup right here. Not a lot of HP damage, but still pretty damn effective. Oh, the Excelsior is a really good tank, Jordan. Even though, ultimately it's up to you, but the Excelsior is it's pretty fun. I'm mainly trying to get to this FV304. Ah, you have to hit that. Want this last kill? There we go. I was going to say, BennyBot, I don't have a Girl 15, but I do have a 183. Please, please don't spam requests. I do have a tank request list, which I got an Ace Tank reward. Very nice. Also, Oskin's medal, Top Gun. Say, not that I have a lot of matches in this so far, but best match so far in this tank. That was a pretty nice match there as far as teamwork, because we're a little bit hesitant to push that flank, and then luckily we started it, and I was just able to keep shooting without too much attention. Artie did a pretty damn good job too, but a little over 1,000 damage, 6 kills, easily the most amount of experience too. Yeah. Thanks for requesting the grind. That was a pretty fun match there. But I see a few of you guys remembered the emoji thing, so let me add an Ace Tanker to the shop. But my next pick is going to be a Levi pick, so I'll pick something a little bit differently coming up here. Which tank would you like for a deluxe challenge, Mojo? Alright, so next time that there's a giveaway coming up, we're gonna have, so far, an extra 300 Levi biscuits, so it'll be 800 given away. But alright, so Levi has a pick here. Let me pick something. Why don't I play the Centaurian Action X here? Okay, an IS-4 challenge. I'll do that next up here. Hello, Kid Nerf. Nice to see you. I'd say I do a tank request in order, Kid Nerf, so I can get to the mouse, but it'll be a little bit till I can actually get to it. I do starting from the top down on the right side of the screen here above the mini map. Yeah, next up, since Mojo, he bought a deluxe challenge, the guru here. I'll be playing the IS-4. I'm gonna have to, depending on the matchmaking, either 2 times or 2.5 times the HP total of that tank and damage, assist, and blocked all together. Haven't played the Action X, I think, since it's gotten a small little buff, mainly to the turret armor, which will make a little bit of a change. It's not bad, no. The IS-6, like, some people, they look a little bit too much into it, to where if you put it, say, toe-to-toe against a defender, of course it's going to be worse, statistically. But it's got preferential matchmaking, which is pretty huge. Like, same time, you know, 1v1, it's definitely worse than a defender. However, if you're playing like the IS-6 or any preferential tank, say across 25 battles or so, the matchmaking is going to be better for you. And as long as you account for that and you don't, you know, just dive head on in against like 3 or 4 other tanks, like specifically say like tier 9s and stuff, you're going to be alright. And IS-6, you know, it's basically solid. But it's not a bad tank in any means, and you know, in my opinion, it's just, you gotta look at the whole picture instead of just focusing solely on its stats, you know? And especially when, honestly, out of all the new premiums Wargaming put in, the Defender's the one where they've kind of specifically stated, I'm sure it's gonna come up for Christmas sale though, that they aren't really looking to sell it that much, if at all, you know, in the future, because it is a little bit broken with its armor. But I'm sure it's gonna come up for sale at Christmas, to be honest. But you know, they haven't said that about the T26E5, so. Okay, Dana, you found it too. All right, so I'll add an extra 100 on there too. For any custom emojis, for anyone that's a sponsor, if you just type, what is it? I forget, not a semicolon, colon or something like that, and you type Cody into the chat, it'll pull up all the custom emojis for the stream. Or if, you know, you click on the little smiley face, it'll pull them up on the top of that list too. Yeah, basically I do giveaways for stream currency every hour that I stream. Give or take, you know, a little bit of time if I forget to pop it off before a battle. But yeah, all you have to do is hit, oh god. I kind of got scared there for a second. All you have to do is type ! raffle when, you know, you see it in chat or you see me mention it. Oh lord. Come on. We should be nailing this Jagdtiger 8.8. Compared to every other tank over there, he's the one sitting right out in the open right now. Sponsors Grigsby, it's somewhat new. It's been out for, you know, a little over like a month and a half on YouTube. Basically, it's like Twitch subscriptions, to where it's a monthly like $5, I think, to sponsor, say, me or any other person with a sponsor button. In return, you get custom emojis. You gain a badge next to your name. There's also features I don't use, like sponsor only chat. Like I can make it to where only sponsors can type in chat. But you also, for my stream here, gain 5 times the, or 4 times, but if you're a mod it stacks up to 5, the Levi biscuits. Alright. I'm definitely angry that this Tortoise knows how to actually play that tank. He pulled back to where he's hiding his main weak spot, and I can't back up to get anywhere else. I could push forward, but I can get hit pushing through that gap, where I'm banking on my team helping me, but I have a feeling my team's just gonna die, unfortunately. Hello, nice guy. Nice to see you. Yeah, I've got myself in a pickle here. I shouldn't have pushed across, to be honest. That was basically a pretty big mistake for me here. This Tortoise... Oh god, this Pershing isn't that much of a threat right now, but... not gonna be able to... Just barely. Oh, guys. I'm not... I can critical hit him, but... Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't survive long enough to have enough tanks at the end here. They're just gonna be able to pick us off, but... Did 5,400 damage. Yeah, at the end of the day, I shouldn't have pushed across there. It still was going to be an uphill battle. Yeah, we just weren't killing them quick enough, and they just slowly pushed across that flank, and we didn't do enough damage to, you know, their flank that pulled through over there. Hello, Sasuke. It's Grigsby. It's right on here on the page. If you're on like the regular YouTube, watching the live stream, it should be right above like the chat window. It says, you know, sponsor. If you're on YouTube Gaming, watching it live, it's right underneath the video. It's like a little pale green turquoise button almost. But yeah. it's hard for me to describe because it's different on my screen, the view for me seeing it. Hello, your bear. Thank you for the subscription. Alright, so I got a high caliber award there, but yeah, unfortunately we had, you know, basically with people I've seen a lot of people complaining about like matchmaking in teams, especially. It happens every single time that there's a marathon, and with 3 technically going at the same time right now, there's a lot of people that, you know, your likelihood of getting through the missions, a lot of people just rush through battles left and right. You know, the likelihood of them, you know, getting more battles to where they're able to deal a lot of damage if they have a good start is higher, essentially, by doing that. Is it, you know, is it a good thing to do? Probably not. But a lot of people are doing it, which, you know, our team there, we kind of lost too many tanks right in the beginning, which is very hard to come back from. But anyway, I have a challenge here in IS-4, tier 8 match, lots of TDs though, but I'll go with the 2.5 times. Whoopsie daisy. Windows 10 actually broke a lot of stuff on my computer here. I can't open up applications unless I like specifically find them. But anyway, 6,250 I gotta reach as far as damage, blocked, and assist all combined here in IS-4. Going back, tips for World of Tanks. You know, honestly, the game, for as much as it's changed, the main thing that's changed about the game, which I was about to say, it hasn't changed too much, except for firepower basically over the years, depending on how long since you last play. It's easier to die now. A lot of people fire premium rounds, even if, say, you have no armor on your tank, you're in a light tank, they're going to fire premium rounds, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself here, at you. To where, you know, if you're coming back to the game, don't expect it to change too much, except for like newer tanks getting released, maps getting changed. But just expect, you know, to get hit by more heat rounds, more APCR, to where, you're going to get penetrated more on tanks where, you know, say if you played like 3 years ago or even longer, you might have been able to shrug off a little bit more shots back then. And there's a lot more accurate guns in the game, and at higher tiers, a lot more high damaging guns. Well, Jordan, the trick with the Excelsior is, you know, even though it's a heavy tank, it's got decent mobility. The gun's a little bit inaccurate, but what you want to do with it is try to put yourself in spots that you're going to be fighting up against mediums, essentially. Mediums, light tanks, stuff like that. Use your mobility to kind of your advantage. And get yourself in a spot where you're not going to get flanked, because all your armor is either on the front of the tank, and actually the rear as well. But put yourself in a spot to, you know, say on this map, I probably would have won, not that the Excelsior would see this map very often, given it's only tier 5, but I'd probably go up into like A0 area up there, to where you're more likely to run into medium tanks instead of heavy tanks, and you have a little bit easier time getting a leg up on the enemy team, and then it makes dealing with their heavier tanks that have higher alpha guns than you, more armor, you know, actual true heavy tanks. It makes it a little bit easier dealing with them. Which, thank you very much, Grigsby, for the sponsorship. I like that little jingle that pops in my head whenever that happens. Thank you very much. Well, you know, the big thing about World of Tanks is learning the maps, and, you know, depending on who you ask, I'm going to say teamwork plays a very large role in the game, but opinions differ on that. My opinion is teamwork matters a lot, but specifically where you put yourself relative to your team. Like, you can be a really, you know, you could be a player that only cares about yourself, but if you put yourself in a spot that doesn't work with where your team sets up, you're going to get, you know, sent back to the garage very quickly. Where whether or not you're playing to work with your team a lot or a little, you still want to put yourself in a spot that works with your team. So that comes back to learning maps and, you know, learn good spots, bad spots. But if your team's, you know, kind of going somewhere you're not comfortable, you still kind of have to work with them a little bit. Where at higher tiers, you know, usually sticking with the pack more or less does work in the grand scheme of things. But if you're struggling, you know, try not to go out alone too much. Excuse me. Honestly, I drank almost half my coffee here before the stream, and I'm like wired essentially. I had a full days of work, so I needed to have a little bit of a pick-me-up here. It's a little bit too much of a pick-me-up right now. It's more like I strapped a rocket to my back. Well, you know, they test it essentially with this Halloween mode, the multiple turrets. The reason why, you know, M3 Lay it would help if it had it. In the grand scheme of things, that gun would only be able to honestly penetrate lower tier tanks, and or, you know, light tanks, and, you know, if it comes across a tier 5 medium, I'm pretty sure that top little turret that everyone talks about, not the very top one, the one with, I think it's like a 57mm gun or something, it would have trouble saying penning an M4 Sherman from the front, to where it would help, but at the same time not as helpful as you might think. But the M3 Lee's a pretty damn good tank even without it. You just don't fight on hills, don't fight around corners where your gun isn't able to point around it. But I got a Confederate award here. As far as the challenge goes, I haven't tallied it up yet, but it's going to be close, I think. I need to get to 6,250 here. Tallying all this up, I do it in my head, but I really don't feel like thinking that hard. I got to 7,057 combined between damage, assist, and blocked in IS-4. So thank you very much, Mojo, for that challenge there. But I inched you out by about 800. 800 combined there. That was pretty fun though. I haven't gotten a challenge, I think, in IS-4 before. If not, I haven't gotten one recently. Alright, so next up I have the M46 Patton for a tank request. There it is, it's tier 9. I was struggling looking at the 8s there. Oh, sorry. Let me look at that. I don't think I have that. I just hit save again. Hopefully that might be a bug, Labobo. Let me try something. Alright, I just hit save a couple times for the streamer website, so try it again in a couple minutes and see if that fixes it. Basically, Fussbot had an update to where like you can leave messages on purchases now. There's the new stat page there where you can see more of, you know, top viewers, top people with stream currency. But it also was supposed to fix some bugs with limiting people to, say, buying one item or one thing per stream. I don't have any of those checked off personally. Like, you guys can buy whatever you want, you know, whatever quantity you want. To where I just, you know, I basically pushed through those settings again. Maybe I needed to do that. If it, you know, keeps happening, I could try to put on just limit one item, like one specific item per person per day, just for today, and see if that fixes it for the stream here. But yeah, just it might have a bug or two because it's a brand new update. It just came out earlier today. Oh lord, they have a lot of people over here. Oh, that's not going to be good for us. And I have to help them here. If I don't, we're going to be in a world of hurt. I can kind of tank shots in this now. I just have to be careful not to get myself too far out. But since the last update for the M46 here, has a lot more turret armor. And it's pretty damn, not to say broken, but it's got a lot going for it. It's probably one of the better tier 9 mediums right now. But prior to this being buffed a bit, I probably would not be trying to push, honestly, which I'm going to get hit in the back here, but that's the risk I took. I probably wouldn't be pushing out here just because the old M46 turret can't or couldn't bounce stuff, whereas this one, the Scorpion G, is a little bit of a problem, but it can bounce quite a few shells now. Tier 10s might pose some issues, but you can bounce most things that 9s, 8s, etc. Throw at you. Seeing if it's not going to be high enough. But my team's doing a pretty damn good job here. If that Scorpion G wasn't there, I'm mainly afraid of the Alpha. I'd be resting a little bit more here. But hello Supercat, nice to see you. Which up after this battle, I'll start a raffle here. Okay, it worked. Nice to know. I say I had my hands busy with me, um, having to fix all of the microphone and headphone and stuff problems that the Windows 10 update caused, where I couldn't really fiddle around with Fussbot much before the stream here. That Scorpion G. Still another one back there, but crap. I should have thought that he was gonna have heat. Thanks for tipping Levi, Randall. Alright, my team's doing pretty well. Should just be me and the M41 now. Pushing me? Come on. Come on. You don't have that good of a gun depression there. You're dead. Granted, he doesn't have the many options right now. Crap. Tracked him. There we go. I thought I 0 damage crit at him. I'll take a little bit of yummy assist damage here though. But honestly, the M46 post buff, the only thing it has against it right now is accuracy. And you can argue the standard AP shell here is 218 pen. There's quite a few tier 9 mediums with a little bit more now. But premium rounds, if you carry them, it helps you against heavy tanks. But really the only stat it has against it right now is like overall accuracy. But on the move accuracy still feels very nice because it has good stats for that. It's just shooting at long range is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Otherwise, pretty damn good tank. Okay, so PZ7 challenge there. That sounds good. Hello, Dingo. Grigsby, you went through, changed the black essentially because you're on YouTube Gaming now. It does, honestly, it does look, to me it looks better on YouTube Gaming. It's more situated for, you know, live streaming, and like emojis and stuff look better on it. And even the, like the countdown image and stuff looks better on YouTube Gaming than standard YouTube. So that's why you notice a difference. There is a night mode for YouTube, which is very similar, but if you add basically to any YouTube video that's gaming related, if you just type gaming dot before the YouTube in the URL, it'll switch you over to YouTube Gaming automatically. Pretty good match though, in M46. Let me get to the next challenge here I have for the PZ7. No problem, Dana and Gary. Alright, so PZ7 challenge. Like, you know, win rate, it's definitely something, you know, you can't always influence your win rate that much. You know, across, say, hundreds of battles, potentially. How did I put the chat on my video here? I have OBS set up with a bunch of different, you know, codes and stuff to... Basically, I have a bunch of different sources added to OBS to layer things. You can search tutorials if you want to learn how to do it. Me, I can't exactly explain it. But, you know, playing the M46, it's something to where, you know, now that it's buffed, if you're in a tier 9 match, play it a little bit more, you know, I hate to say like a heavy, but if you have hills to work on, you can be a little bit more aggressive. You have good DPM, your alpha's not all that bad, just it's bad against, which awesome, we have Grand Battle here. It's bad against tank destroyers, but heavies, I would say your DPM kind of gives you a, you know, equal footing against them, which I gotta get to 6,250 when it comes to damage assist and blocked all combined here. But tier 9, definitely play it a little bit more like you're going to be able to hold down and bounce things off your turret as long as you keep moving a little bit. Just keep firing shots. Don't try to aim too much. If you're against tier 10s, you know, play it a little bit safer in a way. But basically the great thing of the M46 is just chuck shells out there. You're going to get lucky eventually, and you know, definitely try to flank when you can. It's got good mobility, good accuracy while moving around. So sorry, I missed the overlay change, John. I didn't ignore it. And I am gonna tip the dog. It's just I kind of default it right to the challenge here. Which, since I should be able to actually switch the color here really quick if I don't drown myself. Kind of watching myself on OBS. Watching myself drive on OBS while changing the stream color. I bounced. Swedish tanks are pretty good. They can be a little hard to play, but I think they're good overall. That was a cheap shot. Honestly, we just hit a few tanks in the center there. Crap. I do not have myself in a very good area here. Please don't hit me, PZ, or BK 7201K, I should say. Alright, there they come. I say I've only played this map, you know, outside of testing 3 times now, but in testing I played it, you know, for a couple straight days on Sandbox, but I've probably only come over to this flank a handful of times. So I'm just kind of going off of vague memory here. Multitasking sometimes bites me in the butt. Okay, I saw kind of where he was aiming and I needed to straighten my turret out there. But our team, we're falling behind, and in grand battles it's even more damning than a standard battle. It just, in a way it's kind of the same, it feels like, but once you fall behind, you almost never see a team recover because you just can't push once you start losing people. And map control is very important because with so many tanks, if you're not like pushing and flanking, it's pretty much just you're gonna get rolled over by, a much larger force than what you're able to handle. Whereas 15 versus 15, you might just be outnumbered by like 1 tank. 30v30, you're gonna find yourself outnumbered by many more tanks on a specific flank. Oh lord, I forgot about there. But my main thing here, compared to how I usually play this map, you really need to play it safe. We're only down by, we were down by 3, now we're down by 5. You need to play it safe to where you can't push, really. You set up in the beginning, basically every single flank is usually covered by your team and the enemy team, where you set up basically right in the center. Both flanks, middle, you're going to set up basically between you and the enemy where you spawn, literally right in the center. Then it comes down to what team wins those flanks, and if you start losing them or even winning them, you don't necessarily want to push as hard as you possibly can, because you're not gonna like the outcome. You're just gonna end up dying. Which, for the challenge, I did actually get over it by a little bit here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna get flanked here, honestly. Oh well. The heat did me in there from that VK, but I needed to reach 6,200 basically. I easily got over that. I got a little over 8,000 and change for the challenge here. Thanks for the challenge though, Hello Bobo. Hello bud. Oh. I'll leave Levi's tip for him. He's currently passed out. He bribed. I saw your message there, Randall. You bribed Levi. But let me start a giveaway. I forgot to do it. To where, since I had an ace match earlier, winner here is gonna gain 900 Levi biscuits. All you have to do is type !raffle. Gus, which tank would you like for the challenge there? Which I thought this was gonna end, but I guess we still have a bunch of campers in the back. Yeah, I can do one match, Cobra, but you know, when you see the Tortoise coming up, you know, make sure you're ready to platoon. I'm soloing tonight, so you know, I don't mean to sound rude. I just solo nights. I typically just churn out match after match. But yeah, let me know, Gus, what tank you'd like for the challenge. Holy crap. We got another grand battle here, and it doesn't look like it's full. That is strange. You know, we're missing people. I guess the micro patch they put out actually fixed it, because people were complaining about not seeing them, and Wargaming responded they were working on it. I guess this is them working on it. FE215B, sure thing. I'm gonna head to the town again. I know that, actually, with how few people, you know, I'm probably gonna... No, I'm still going to the town. Hello, Alan, nice to see you. And, Jacob. Lessons from Gamer Sensei? What do you mean by that? I'm confused. I have one tank heading to the left of the center here. But they did up the chances of seeing these, and honestly, people have kind of... I've seen people get annoyed about it. Personally, you know, I don't want to see this too often, because I think the standard 30v30 isn't the best addition that they could have done. I would have liked to see the objective base one, but at the same time, you know, it's new, to where I think in the I should have just sat there and waited for more tanks. Like the E100's coming, but the E100 has a a lot of spaced armor, but that worked. Thank you very much, Alan, for the subscription. Which camping, like we have an Object 263, and we have a group of Team 110s kind of doing it too, but you can't really camp near where you spawn because you're not able to actually reach out far enough into the map to, you know, get enough out of it. Now, the only ones that probably, you know, technically could camp are, you know, SPGs. Go on a little bit of a limb here and go up here. Because with, you know, us, or not just us, our team, but the match not having a full group of players, a little bit less risky for me to do this, because this is, oh god, they're running away. This is more or less a dead zone here. Most people don't push out here, which they're kind of falling back to now, which now I gotta take that into account. But really I guess I have to worry about SPGs, more or less. Which they're probably targeting me, but I can survive an E100. But our center's doing a pretty damn good job at pushing them back a little bit to where, hoping they don't push into town right now. Not awesome. JPZ 100 throwing heat. Nope, not pushing into that. No way, no how. That's one way to get me to pull back. Congratulations though, Ronnie, on winning the raffle. Oh lord, that's 4 or 5 SPGs. No, yep, 4. All 4 on their team just took a whack at me. I kind of expected that because I was literally just sitting out in the open to an SPG. I should feel honored. Many people get pissed off about that, but you know, to me, I'd much rather get hit by my teammates because they would have taken a lot more damage than I would, you know, did there. Guess where this guy is. Guessed wrong. Alright, they just got a little tap there. I'm gonna head up here. Or screw it, I'll head up here with my E100. But yeah, you know, with a grand battle here, I'm gonna have to catch up on chat in a second since typically I can do some things from like muscle memory essentially, like driving in certain areas, but this mode, you know, I'm definitely not that well versed in the map right now. I can't exactly autopilot in some areas. PvP has me worried. Never mind. Can't even get hit by him right now. See, this GPZ has me worried now, because, yep, there he is. There he is not anymore. I know, I use a lot of heat in this tank too, but E100's a tank that I always use a little bit more than... Sometimes it comes back to bite me. Heat isn't always the most effective round, just because of hitting spaced armor, but let me stick with AP now. Now that I said that, really the only tanks I have to worry about, I don't think I'm going to be able to pen with heat on my first shot anyway. But starting to get close enough to where Artie and their camping TDs are going to be a pretty big issue. Honestly, I don't really know. See the rocks on the mini-map, but I don't know specifically where to push and position myself to lessen the chance of getting hit from back here. But it looks like I picked the right spot. Find out in a second though. Nice. It's TVP. Oop. Oh god. JPZ 100. E4. Oh, whoop, he's coming towards me. That's not good. Nope. Thank you, fire extinguisher, but was not wanting him to hit me there. Hit me pretty much right where I kind of left my bottom area, my hull open, but I was hoping he'd either hit my angled turret or the side, but he did a smart thing. He just shot basically right under me. Might get me killed. Oh, I'm really concerned about the TVP. Yep, he just fired at me. Or, yeah, he fired at the other E100. Up, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that was a... Let's hope this pen shot. And it did not pen. We should have this though. Really, you know, we have a pretty good advantage over them. Alright, so I have an M4A1 Rev request here. I'll add onto the list. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. But M103 challenge too. Yeah, I'll get to that shortly. I'm going to do an FV215B challenge here. It was a standard challenge, so I got to do 1.5 times the HP total and damage, assist and blocked all combined. Which, hello Monis, nice to see you. But another win. I'd say 4 a.m.'s pretty early or pretty late depending on, you know, whether or not you've slept or not. Got a Master Badge second class. Unfortunately, the PZ7 match we lost. But, yeah. Second most amount of damage. Experience a little bit lower because I wasn't spotting most of my damage. But, all in all, nice little match there. So, up next here is FV215B. Say this is a challenge that Gus did, and I had to do 1.5 times the HP total. So let me just keep that up over here. It does work though, the messages. Pretty much whenever you buy something in the Fussbot shop now, you'll see when you click on it, it'll say add message before you hit buy on that same window. It does show up, just kind of like my tank requests, you know, don't type too much. I would probably say it fits, I don't know how many characters, but I would say keep it 10 words or less, and it'll fit into my little message box here. That's a good choice though, Gus. The 183 is pretty fun. Hopefully you meant this FV 215B and not the other one. That's funny, Carl. Yeah, this is certain stream viewers' favorite tank here. I have a love-hate relationship with this thing, but it depends on like this match and map right here. I'm not really gonna know where I'm going, to be honest. I guess I think I'm gonna, not to say camp, but I'm gonna try to set up to where I'm not spotted and get some shots off, but we'll see. I actually got, from this month's of tankrewards.com, I got, I think, like 7,000 gold through it. I got the Dicker Max. I already owned it, so it turned into gold. I got a poodle, and then a poodle tank, not a dog. And then I got a bunch of random free gold things too. And it came up to be right around 7,000 at the end of the day. So that's not too bad for just playing the game. Unfortunately, it's just for the NA server, but not bad just to make sure you sign up for that if you're a newer player and haven't done so. It's all through Wargaming, so it's nothing shady. He popped out a little bit too far. You know, that batchat probably spotted him, to be honest. I say I actually got the Dicker Max on the last possible day to do a mission. I got exactly, oh lord, this is not good now. Abort, abort. Yeah, I got exactly 45 points for the month. I don't really keep track of them, and I saw the last tally it had before, you know, it was like a day or two before the missions ended for the month. I was at 44, and I'm like, oh god, like a little bit ticked off right now, but it ended up working out. Trying not to get in the way of my grill. Right now this tank is accurate, but granted, I'm shooting at a crap ton of armor, and I'm not even hitting a tank, which is, this guy's gonna spot me. I need to move somewhere else, because honestly, the likelihood of me even penning someone's low to begin with, but I shot, this thing doesn't have many shells. I shot how many shots, and I didn't hit a tank at all. I have a feeling, even though it's only 1.5 times the total of the HP here, this is going to be a tough match here, because my team, we don't really have any ground right now, and I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to go through along the edge here. It's definitely a little bit, you know, short-sighted, I would say, because this could end up with me. I'm not going to be able to push over the hill if something's spotting me. I just hope they kill this T-57. If they do that, got nailed by a T-92. If they do that, we'll be in a decent spot. But now, of course, let's say T-57 versus Kronwagen. T-57, unless the Kronwagen had a lot of space on him, definitely had a leg up over him. Which I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Oh lord, I guess spotted a JPZ 100 too. There's an IS-7 in front of me. Don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but I've got to own it now. There's no way for me to weasel my way out of this spot, and I just got nailed from the back by a JPZ 100. And I can feel their T-92 aiming at me right now. It's got to try to get as much damage as possible before I... Yeah, this is going to hurt. All premium. Not surprised here. I'm just hopefully one more shot and he's gonna hit me right in my lower plate. Congratulations, Gus, on winning the challenge. But I could have honestly just camped back there and hoped for the best, but congrats on winning that. Get you some Levi biscuits here. Alright. Going now. But yeah. This tank, it's a really good gun on probably the worst platform imaginable. Just because of the rear turret, no armor. Like honestly, against tier 10s, the whole armor is basically non-existent. But it, you know, it's got a fantastic gun for tier 10 heavy. It's just actually getting it to work is another thing. But I still think a lot of people would have liked the FV when before they changed it to roll. When it first came out, it honestly had a lot less armor on both the turret and even the hull. But the gun was, you know, crank it up by a few more notches and the mobility up a few more notches as well. It was still played the same role a bit, but it, you know, you knew going in you could not bounce any shot. More or less, outside of like your turret against tier 8s and 9s, but it actually performed better because, you know, you had more firepower behind it. And nowadays the gun's very good on it, but it's still, you know, yes, it's better, you know, as far as accuracy, DPM than say like E5's gun, Super Conquerors and stuff. But the Super Conqueror right now, you know, I actually didn't mean to say that because the Super Conqueror has the same exact gun stats as it, which to me is a load of crap essentially. It's just, the gun's great, but other guns have caught up to it over time, is what I should say. So I guess thanks for dealing with that little troll there, but I do play like a noob sometimes, but you know, be a little bit more constructive in chat than just popping in for your first message with that. Which hello Chad, nice to see you. Alright. Not gonna... Oof, I don't know why you guys are still pushing. There's 7 of them. I'm not able to fight over the hill with this tank, so I'm gonna try to set up a little bit differently here. Hoping I can get these shots off before any... See you, Gary. Have a nice one. Hope you have a nice Monday tomorrow. You know. To me, you know, noob, it's not a bad word, but yeah, I kind of agree. But I don't like when people use it in, like, to put someone down, to be honest. Which soon here, there might actually be a new game that I'm going to be playing. It's a game that it's kind of being rebooted. I mentioned the Kickstarter. It's called War Conquest. It got fully funded. But the game it's pretty neat. I might stream it one of these days. It's not currently released yet, so I'm not going to stream it, of course, yet. Cracked him. Why did I shoot there? That was dumb on my part. I'm not gonna stream it until it's like, you know, at least in beta. Right now it's in like, can't even call it alpha testing. It's in like, I don't even know, pre alpha testing. Like the guy's still building the game, but it's a pretty neat concept. I see you there, little super Pershing. I don't want to waste my shot on you, to be honest. I don't have a very good shot at him at this angle. Scorpion G is what is throwing me a little bit for a loop. Come on, chase me. Thank you. Hello, Douglas from Brazil. Wasted his shot. I juked him out there. Well, that too. Especially in that tank. Here's a reason why they're replacing that tank. Surprising. Okay. Now we're still only 3 tanks up. I'm like, surprisingly, we're not that far ahead. Even if I spot the type first, I need to get him out. He's got the higher alpha. Oh crap. That was a really bad shot on my part. Oh, thank you. Not going to shoot that lower plate again because I probably would have bounced. Oh god. Save me! There's a Borsig staring me down. The T-49 might be AFK. Thank you very much for the subscription, Douglas. Alright. Time for me to... do something probably a little foolish here. Very nice, little auto aim action there. It works if they're not moving. Ah, Lord. That was my bad. I should have auto-aimed there, to be honest. I aimed too low there. I was still... You know, I still had a chance to hit him, but I decreased my chances by aiming too low. Pretty good match, though. 2,800 damage, 2,400 assist. They're gonna kill him before I can get him. See you, Casper. Thanks for watching. Hello, John B. Nice to see you. Which I'll get up to the challenge, John. I'll do another match in the Tiger 131 here to get through that request. And then I'll do the next challenge here. Got a Mastery Badge First Class. Also got a Scout Award. That's not too bad. Probably the most amount of experience here. Second most amount of damage. Let me add something to the chatbot shop here. Thank you very much, Alan. Alright, on to the Tiger 131. Completed a lot of It's all good. I just don't want to. I don't want to forget about it too long. But see you, Graham, if I missed that. Hello, Loki. Alright, top tier here. I'm probably just gonna play this straightforward like a heavy here. I'm going about this, like, even though it's encounter mode, I'm gonna hope that we can take out their heavies here, have a, you know, numerical advantage, and then I'll worry about the flag. Yes, Alan, I play on the North American server. Fortunately, they have FV304 that's gonna probably annoy the piss out of me. Which, after this battle, hopefully I remember, I will be putting up the poll for the Game of the Week stream. You guys will be able to pick out of, I think there's 5 options, which game I played Tuesday night. I do. It changes week to week sometimes, but typically I platoon during my... yeah, I shouldn't have stopped there. I typically platoon during Wednesday and Thursday streams. One's a morning stream, the other is a evening stream. Usually how I platoon is you just send me a message in game, and I'll do my best to fit you in, depending on how many people are asking and or, you know, what tiers you have too. Oh god, I'm crapping it up here. I feel bad for my team. Granted, we do have a pretty large amount of people over on the other side of the map that could be pushing. Oh lord, Churchill, why are you doing that? Right now we're not going to be able to face. We have no HP left on this side. I wish he wouldn't have done that. Just we're all one-shottable except for me and that Churchill 3. Not able to go up against what they had here, so I can get a little bit more damage here, except for I guess bounce stupidly. We just got crushed there. It was. Their Artie was nailing us, not me specifically, but Artie was hitting us. Their OI turned around, first shot, and nailed one of our tanks for a lot of HP. After that, we're out of the picture. Our M44 is not aiming on that side, and the Bishop's not able to reach there. So we unfortunately just got, you know, a short end of the stick there. Anyway, hello FTL. Let's give Levi a little tip here. Just gotta put that next to him because he went back to bed. He's a little tired today. Alright, so hello Tomahawk over on Twitch. It's basically a premium stock Tiger almost. It's a tier lower than the standard Tiger one. You know, it's the same as the heavy tank number 6. But I'm going to be putting a poll up here. I'm going to do the M103 challenge here as well at the same time. Basically in M103, I've got to get to 2 times the HP total and damage is system blocked here. So I got to get to 3,700. But I'm going to be putting a poll up here. It doesn't cost anything to enter it. you type !VOTE, press space, and then follow it by 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 based off of the options that are going to pop up. Essentially, you're going to be voting on Tuesday nights. I stream different game every single week based off of what you guys vote. Which, hello, Kelly. And what's going to pop up is Destiny 2 for number 1, World of Warplanes for number 2, number 3 is going to be Overwatch, Dreadnoughts number 4, and number 5 is World of Warships. They go top down on the screen, you'll see. Number 1 being the top, number 5 being the bottom. Anyway, let's get that going. I'm just going to throw a vote in here so it pops up on the screen right away. Yeah, thank you very much, Grigsby, for the tip. Sorry I could have, once I saw that our Artie wasn't helping us and theirs was, I should have fell back just a little bit, and that probably would have helped me stay alive a little bit longer. Probably still would have died, but I at least would have been able to get some more shots off. So yay, I finally fixed it. All the options actually showed up in chat for once. I've had a problem with them cutting off. I know some people just like seeing World of Tanks, but part of it, you know, some people like to see other games, but part of it's for me too. You know, I like streaming different things every now and then. I don't always get time to play outside of streaming, so. Alright, so the M103 here for challenge. Got to get to 3,700 damage, assist, and blocks all combined here. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm struggling to find words tonight. But like usual on this map, I tend to find myself going to this area a lot. Unless our team puts like 3+ people over here, I tend to default to like the southern area of the map. Especially if I'm not top tier, just because the center, unless you have a ton of armor or like a high alpha gun, I find the center to be really iffy because it's harder to poke out there because typically the bulk of both teams are in that area. I do not really Tomahawk, no. Like Overwatch, I typically play, you know, for fun. Like I'll do the competitive mode, you know, just to get placements when I play it. But, you know, I honestly haven't streamed Overwatch in a while to where who knows what I'll do, to be honest, if you know, that wins. I shouldn't be trying to poke out to him because I'm the only one capable of getting shot right now. And he's able to pen my cupola pretty much every single time. So these guys pop over around on him. Just, yeah. And they honestly should not be popping around on them, to be honest. I'm gonna fling a HE round down here because Centurion Action X, since its turret got buffed, I actually can't really pen its turret, to be honest, unless I hit a very small cupola. Which, yay, he just freaking... He hit that little bar. This is, honestly, I'm gonna lose this very large margin. Because he's nailing every single shot in the turret, which the M103 is kind of known for. But I should have just, you know, followed my pride and moved somewhere else after the first 2 hits. I was trying to force it there. At this point though, you know, we're up by so much, it's going to be tough for me even to get back in the game, because in this match, you know, bouncing things is not really on the table, especially with what tanks are left. Oh, not to say I'm going to throw him a talent already, but I don't think I'm going to be able to win the challenge here. I'm going to try my best, but I'm one-shottable by this T-30. I can't even push around him, so might actually have a 0 damage challenge here. Ooh, nope. I live to fight another day of staring at enemy tanks. At least we're gonna get a win here, but it still sucks. Yay, I got a shot. I'm only gonna lose by like 3,000 damage now. I like the M103, it just... sometimes, like, I like facing off against them because the turret's just so freaking weak on it. So, congratulations on the challenge victory. Let me move this around here. Credit your Levi biscuits, John, as well. See you, Mojo. When your team is too good, well, they did a really good job, but at the same time, I was just a punching bag for the first part. Alright, so far Overwatch is clearly the favorite so far. Still got about 4 minutes for voting, but next up is the M46 Patton again here for a challenge, or not challenge, a request. Overwatch, it's a game that Blizzard makes, and essentially it's the first-person shooter, more or less. Like, it does have some third-person elements, but it's, you know, different. They're not all heroes, but you can pick different characters, and it's PvP. You know, more or less a first-person shooter. Not all people have guns in the game, but I played it. I streamed it like once or twice, like when it first came out, but a lot of people take the game seriously. I find it, you know, I play it mainly for fun, but we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I've played it once in the past, I think like month and a half here. I haven't played it much recently, but it's still a game that you can pick up and just like hop right into it. It's not free to play. It does cost money to purchase it. I think it's like 40 bucks, but all right, let's see. We have quite a few mobile tanks. I'm actually gonna set up on this hill. Yeah, the Tortoise is coming up here. I have the FE183, the Mouse, then the Tortoise, and the M4A1 Rev. I'll be doing a raffle probably after the next battle, after this one. So that's coming up very soon here. Which will be adding on, I think 200 Levi biscuits for sponsors that use that little emoji. Keep backing up, dude. My accuracy is very good here, but it dropped right in there. I'd say Overwatch, yeah, it does. If you run it on really high settings, it does take a bit, but I find it comparable to World of Tanks as far as what it requires from your computer. But that, you know, that all depends on how you configure the graphics around. It doesn't look very complex, the graphics in the game. They're very cartoony, but I have a feeling this bat's is gonna rush in here. I could say that I was correct there. I was gonna try to get out into the field a little bit more, but why you do not do that in a tank with no armor. Ooh, that actually screwed me up a little bit. Nice try though. We're actually down tanks, to be honest, since we lost that flank. We have a pretty decent footing. It's just our team needs to clear, you know, that Yag Tiger and T-32 and other tanks in that area. Then we'll be in a much better spot. Tiger 2's having a bit of trouble right now. He's getting spotted by a lot of people without being able to fire back. Should be semi-safe here. Nope. I don't have Sixth Sense on this tank, so I'm just kind of guessing when people are able to hit me. I think I can see the Emil and the M46, but the TVP and IS-3 are kind of question mark. Crap. I know where he is at least, but he is firing heat rounds. Yay. Or my problem is if I leave this area, they're going to be able to kind of not stroll through here uncontested, but kind of close to that. Now we're starting to lose some tanks. They're doing a pretty good job at getting shots on us without being spotted. Their TVP specifically. Those things, they might have a ton of mobility and, you know, they can dump shells quick, but I find them pretty dangerous because a lot of people just load up full heat in them and kind of snipe from afar, and they're pretty dangerous in that role there because they're fairly accurate. They have a ton of pen, pretty good burst damage. Kind of hoping that my Artie helps me out here, but not getting too much help from him. I don't know what he's aiming at, but you know, we need to push in here, guys. Like, literally, you guys can't all sit there. Like, sucks, but I'm gonna have to take a chance here because I honestly can't expect. Oh, M46 dropped into there. Awesome. Even better. He's actually a little bit of a challenge for me because he can shoot me. Believe it or not. We got 58 seconds. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. They're already got me. Dude, what E50? What the... Honestly gonna die here by an M46 and the frickin'... Like, come on, guys. Why am I having to... Do you not see that the cap is almost freaking capped? Like, this is just crazy. Thank you, Object 140. It's just, oh my god, like, shouldn't be that difficult. See you, Jack. Thank you very much for watching. what are you doing, E50? He has almost A, rammed me, but B, I got no words. There either. Like he's gonna shoot you anyway. Frickin' shoot back at him. Now my team is trying to lose this. At least this T95 pushed out. That actually helps us here. But try to get a side shot. Start the turn. But their arty is actually very good. I'm gonna say he's gonna try to hit me. Yep, he got me. He's, you know, he's making the smart choices, but I did 4,200 damage here. Yeah. I was starting to get a little bit annoyed, but they should have this here unless they do something very stupid. But I'll give props to their Object 261. I'm not gonna rage, I'm just, which Overwatch 1 here, the poll. So Tuesday night, I'll be streaming Overwatch for the first time in quite some time here. I'm not gonna rage, I'm getting A, confused, but I don't know what they were doing. So, but as long as we win, I'm all fine and dandy. That's nice, Tomahawk. That's a pretty good CPU. Which, yep, John beat me to it. You can feel free to request some more tanks here. You know, I have a little over an hour left for the stream. So as, you know, tanks get requested here, I might not be able to get to every single one of them, but I'll definitely do my best to get to them. I got a Mastery Badge 2nd class here. Got a whatever medal. Top 2 damage. A little bit more experience in him since I was a 9 damaging higher. Did I damage any tier 10s? Don't remember. Yeah, I damaged a couple, I think. But all in all, pretty good, solid match in the M46 here. Alright, so I have a FV 2 and 5V 183 this time. Yes, there is a tank request list. If you click the link, that will pop up from Levi there. Yes, it is going to be raining tomorrow night where I'm at here. So I'll be doing lots of, or Levi will be trying to help me. Be doing lots of yard work. He found his biscuit. And by help, he walks around and he picks acorns up. He tries to eat them, but he can't. He doesn't have teeth to crunch them. And he drops them down near me. Like, oh, I'm helping you. He just makes them slimy. This is probably not a very good map for this. Nobody's spotting, so I'm honestly not gonna sit in the base here. It's probably gonna come back to bite us if they push, but I'm not sitting there and getting hit by arty and God knows what. There's no rock big enough to save me there. Okay, so we have a Super Conqueror, an IS-6. Do I want to go up the hill either? Not really. Honestly, I usually like Malinovka here, but in this tank, not feeling it. I just hope that our base is fine, because I really don't feel like turning around. But I can see in my head right now, I'm going to be trying to go up the hill. I'm going to be getting shot. I'm going to be getting artied. And I'm going to get, not angry, but annoyed at myself for going up this flank. It's just, I could sit here and wait for them to push the hill. That's an option. I could go where the other people are in like D4, but getting shots out of that is pretty iffy unless they start pushing through the field on the base. I could be sitting in the base, but pretty much every shot, you know, that's like the safe thing for the 183 to do, especially from the side, requires the enemy to be pushing on your team and your team to be losing ground, which, yeah. And unfortunately, our T95 just got nailed in the base. So I guess at this point, I'm going to try to take and get a big shot on the hill here. Maybe on this TVP. And then probably double back to our base. Just thank you very much, Labobo, for the tip. Yeah, this ain't going very good for our team here. We're down by 3 tanks and IS-7. What are you doing to me? Here's my shot. I wanted to one-shot him, but he's still dead. I'm gonna start going back now. I'm hoping they can deal with I'm gonna need to help them. At this point, our base is kind of screwed if they cap us. But we still have some people over there able to help. It's just, if we don't win the hill now that the IS-4 is up here, there's no hope for us because all these tanks are just going to be tied up, taking damage. Don't necessarily want to. I was going to try to derp the IS-4 to reload into an AP shell, but thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit, Andrew. Hey, little bud. He's like all curled up. Yeah, I definitely didn't put myself in a great spot this match, but at the same time, having a spotter very early on in the match near your base is pretty critical. We didn't really have any tanks to do that, but if I was saying that Leopard 1, I would have took one for the team and just stuck my neck out just a hair. Just enough to get my team a little bit of spots. Ooh, nice. Just a little bit of spots and to kind of, you know, maybe get a few early shots, but mainly to back them off because they started, you know, kind of peeking and spotting pretty early there on our base. And yeah, part of the, you know, the problem with this tank and why they're kind of replacing it is the rear turrets. You know, they're really hard to play, which unfortunately the 2 British ones, you know, on the FV215B hull, they just don't have the armor to kind of make up for the clunkiness, which we're actually pulling back here. We're up by 4 to where, you know, fortunately for us, you know, they kind of squandered their chances on, you know, this basically the flank near our base. They pushed up to try to kill our arty, and our arty very, you know, very smartly moved. Like the Lorraine was the furthest one back, I believe, but he pushed up before the T-54 pushed over. But with them going after arty and not being there, they got themselves in a bit of a pickle. We're still not completely out of this though. I'm gonna probably, no, I don't want to shoot him. I know if I fire here, it's debatable whether or not I'll be spotted. It depends on where, if they have a TD down here or not, but I didn't want to turn my side and fire, get spotted, and then get like a hesh round on my side. Not going to be able to aim in on time. Plus, come on, come on. I have a standard AP shell here. That worked. I'm gonna say Artie is a threat here, but getting out there 183 is more important in my eyes. Plus, he's gone now. There we go. A little bit easier for our Artie to whack their SPGs sitting in the center of the field area there, rather than taking out their TDs that are huddled up behind the buildings here. Let me see if I can splash both of them. Gonna be very he died too quick. We'll never know. I was trying to do a multi-splash there. Still ended up with 3,300 damage, 1,100 assists. Ended up alright. Did I go to the best spot for this thing? No. I was definitely running through things in my head of how I was gonna fight on the hill, but fortunately it worked out. But Master Badge 3rd class, top 2 damage. Unfortunately for them, if they pushed our base, we would have been definitely screwed there. Alright, so we have a giveaway here. Winner gets 800 Levi biscuits. Next up for the request, I have a mouse. Whoopsie daisy, wrong way. Oh, that's a big one. We're getting towards the bottom of the bag here. So up next, I got the Tortoise, the M4A1 Rev 2. Sorry it took me a while to get to them, guys, for those that requested them. Surprised nobody used that emoji earlier when I was called a noob playing like a tomato. I'm glad you're enjoying the KV1, Gus. Hey, I got a grand battle here and a very slow tank again. See, Andrew. Hope you have a nice work day tomorrow. Thanks for watching again. Again, it doesn't seem, this may be full, but it doesn't seem like it's a full grand battle. Maybe it is. Yeah. No, it isn't. I was going to say there's only 8 people per column there instead of 10. Sorry, Floyd, it only works for sponsors. I wish I could, you know, do custom emojis for everybody, but it doesn't work for anybody. I will be adding things onto Discord though. I just need to change the resolution around a little bit. I made them for fun, you know? Which, I guess I'm heading to this side because it spawned me on this side. I wish I could go to a different area, but by the time I get there, I'm not going to be able to accomplish anything. So into the town we go for the third time. I cannot flip myself over. Hello, Knights. Nice to see you. You play on the PS4? That's nice. I've tried that out before. It's just, I like the controls on PC. Plus, yeah, I really don't feel like grinding out another account. I don't think anybody would like to grind the same free-to-play game 2 times over. I missed the cheapo shots. I know I can get one here. I like cheapo shots in the beginning matches. Like your bread and butter for taking a little bit of pressure off of you. That guy's probably a little bit upset, but he pushed over the halfway point. Even though we don't have a ton of people specifically right there, never push past the halfway point unless you are pretty sure that you're not going to get smacked from the side. Hello Peyton, nice to see you. Nice, the T10's it's a solid tank. Comes their IS-7 now, and of course he soaked up my shot with the side armor. If they could track him one more time, that would be excellent. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that lucky though, and he escaped in the cover. Fortunately now we lost a pretty good chunk of our tank here. Congratulations John on winning the raffle. I don't know, might be able, E3 is not going to be a problem. Just hitting the T57. Oh Lord. Thank you for bouncing. Yep. Firing heat won't help you very much, 268. Little bit, but he's running. Oh Lord, they got more tanks back here. Oh, are you kidding me? I guess he penned me on my turret. They shouldn't be able to pen me. Rock. That hurt. That hurt a lot. These frickin' premium rounds. Honestly, they're not hitting me on my turret, as you can see. They're penning me frickin' right underneath that mud flat. Honestly, that's annoying as all hell. Unfortunately, we lost a frickin' ton of tanks. It's hard to come back, you know, when you're down by, right now we're only down by what, 4? Yeah, I think it's a lot more than 4. Yeah. I very stupidly, I was trying to bash my head through frickin' 3 tier 10 TDs. Mainly trying to soak up shots when my team got shots on them, but that didn't exactly work out the way that I planned it. Of course, he pinned me with... he pinned me straight on my turret front. Uh-oh, Super Conqueror incoming. Lose repair kit, hoping he does not pin me here. He's gonna be able to reload before me. I have a feeling this M48's gonna surprise me. We're still not entirely out of this. We're only down by, what, 8 tanks? We can totally come back. Yeah, this is not gonna... Oof. Somebody. Anybody? I want to shoot somebody, but I can't. Yeah. Ooh, he bounced me again. Unfortunately, I can't point my gun both ways. Yeah. Still ended up doing 4,100 damage, but yeah, unfortunately 30v30 is just, I don't think it's like, you know, I'm glad that we're seeing the matches more, but I don't think it's balanced for World of Tanks, just with, you know, people already struggle with the 15 versus 15 concept for playing on teams. So when you amplify that by a bigger map with more people on it, you get more lopsided victories. It's just, yeah, it's an unfortunate side effect. Not all battles will be like that, but the chances of them, as far as what I've seen, are much higher. But, what can you do? They're still fun, but hello Azul, nice to see you. Most amount of damage, which I'm honestly surprised by that. I should not have gotten top damage on my team, but I did my best. Anyway, next up we have the Tortoise for a request. Thank you very much for saying that. I honestly didn't even know that you hit me. That's nice, Knights. Hopefully I'm not scaring you any with on that big of a screen. I can play the batchat, Rajesh, but for next time, the command is to request tanks. You type that. You have to type !request before a tank request. Fortunately, we got a counter mode. I'm gonna have to... Oh lord. I guess I'm gonna try to head up this way. Yes, Abzul. Since, you know, it's under an hour here till the end, you know, I will say, you know, I won't be able to do all of them at some point. I'm gonna try to do as many as I can. But, you know, once it hits 11, I can't push past that point. I got up, you know, pretty damn early today. So usually like midweek during my streams I can, you know, go a half hour longer sometimes, but yeah, this Sundays are not great for me since, you know, I've been up since 4 a.m. Technically, you know, 5 a.m. with daylight savings ending, but still pretty early. That's nice. You don't have to put the brackets, but it still shows up though. That works for Rajesh. The brackets was me just, yeah. But yeah, that does work. Pretty much, you know, just exclamation point request, and then literally anything that follows that comes up on my screen. Gus, I don't know what you are saying. I forgot. I don't understand. Don't know what I forgot, but I gotta focus here on not getting directly hit by Artie or shot on my side. Alright, I'm past the point of getting hit side. They put a lot of people in the south. Also, I would say where the typical base spawn is too. Pretty much just shoot that super Persian wherever that space armor doesn't overlap. You almost always pin it. Even like where technically most tanks have a good amount of turret armor. As long as the space armor flaps aren't covering it, you can typically pin it with most guns. Sorry Gus, I did forget. Sorry about that. If you want, I can, you know, the M4A1 Rev is up next here, but sorry. Honestly, you know, it didn't, you know, it's hard for me to remember everything. Sorry about that. Alright. I got 4 minutes till they cap. Thanks for tipping Levi, Zul. I'll give him a biscuit after this one, since he found the last one he got given. He wakes up like every 10 minutes and checks, to be honest. Thank you very much, Zul, for the tip here. Dude, stop pinging the map. Yeah, we get it. They're at our Artie. What do you want us to do? Honestly, the Artie should start running. I would not do that, PZ. Gotta be a bit careful here, but I don't think they're Waffle Tracker. There he is. I don't think he ran out far, which is what I was concerned about. Running out now is probably not in his best interest though, because you know he's out there now, and I just got a cheap little hit on him. He would have been better to double up with his Borsig here. It would have been really hard to push into them, getting like a 1-2 punch, even with, say, they're already behind him. Don't. Just wait. Does not make sense for you to do that. Making it very hard for me to get around you, A. Hurt a little bit, but we should be able to take him out. Come on, IS-6. Whoa, he's going go too far ahead. It's just, it makes it hard for me to be able to weasel my way around him if he's like sitting directly in front of me. Get there, Artie. We got this now. Pretty nice match though. Got 4,600 damage so far. Sorry again, Gus. You know, again, you know, things slip my mind sometimes since tonight, you know, I solo. Alright, so I have an SPG and a Franken request. You know, I'm gonna try to get to all these requests here. I don't know if I'll be able to get to every single one of them, but I'll do my best. Thank you very much, C. Rattler, for the subscription. Thanks, Rich, too. That's all good, Azul. You know, I appreciate anyone. You know, I appreciate any tips. It's definitely every single month. You guys are very, very generous. Helps me, you know, do a few other fun things on the stream, like, you know, the hippie tanker costume and stuff like that. Since that T-29 is kind of MIA, I guess I can tip Levi now. He'll be happy when he wakes up next. He's got to make fun or make sure that I'm still streaming here. I'm not gonna chase after him. It doesn't make sense for me to chase after the T-29. He could be like running to the corner to hide. I'm just gonna sit here and cap. I would say the IS-7's better than the 4 right now, Vance. IS-4 line and IS-4 in general, it might get replaced, but it is due for a rebalancing somewhat soon. So right now the IS-7 has the leg up though. Oh, yeah, as far as plugging other streams and stuff, I'm typically, you know, I'm open and fine to it. But like, so as far as self-promotion, you know, if it's like your first time like watching and stuff, typically, not even just my stream, but most people don't like that. But you know, as long as it's not annoying, I'm typically okay with it. I think you're doing all right. But thanks for watching, Dana. Have a nice night. Got a Mastery Badge 2nd class here. Got a Pascucci's Medal, High Caliber Award. So, all in all, pretty good match there. Slow and steady. Won the race there. That was really cheesy. Can't believe I just did that. But, yeah. But, sorry, Cobra, again. You know, unfortunately, with the amount of requests I have, I'm just going to keep going on here. But, you know, if you're online, sorry that was loud there. Hopefully I didn't scare anybody. Kind of clicked the wrong window there. I'll be platooning this upcoming Wednesday and also Thursday during the streams. Wednesday is a night stream, Thursday is a morning, if anybody does want to platoon. Wayne, as far as the preferential premium tanks, they've actually stated that I would say this upcoming year, like very early this year, if anyone remembers, they rebalanced quite a few premium tanks very early in 2017. 2018, they're looking to rebalance a lot of the older preferential tanks to where on the tables actually removing the preferential status and buffing them to work with the new matchmaking, you know, with full matchmaking. So the IS-6, they would face tier 10s, but in return it would probably gain HP, maybe a little bit of armor and a new gun, and or just more penetration on its gun. That's on the cutting board or drawing board, cutting board, whatever. I'm a chef, deal with it. Or they're looking to basically, you know, if they leave the preferential status in place, I don't know how they would be able to do it unless they change. They technically could. It would be difficult for newer players to understand, but if they never sell the tanks again, I could see it working to where instead of giving them full matchmaking and say facing tier 10s, what they could do is buff the tanks, and it would kind of be difficult based off of how they do matchmaking. They'd have to rework how matchmaking works a little bit. But say you have like the KV5 IS-6 that faces up to tier 9, they'd have to change the matchmaking to kind of limit it to where I could see them buffing the tanks. Again, this is purely hypothetical, but if they can't give them full matchmaking, they could buff the tanks, change the matchmaking to where they don't face tier 6s and only face down to tier 7s. But then again, that would completely rewrite how matchmaking works, so that's, to me, the most difficult way for them to do this. But they're really in a tough spot with the tanks. But they are looking to not just the IS-6, the KV5, a bunch of different tanks with preferential. Object 704. Ah, I didn't think he could hit me. Take that 76 damage. Well, thank you very much for the nice words there, Azul. See you, Gus. Thanks for watching. Sorry again that I forgot about the platoon match. PDs, are you paying attention? Whoop, I'm really sorry, Scorpion G, about that. Or I mean, I should scream and say, get out of my way. I still have an HE round, but... Oh, Lord, I got a little bit too far ahead of myself there. Oh, Lord, that AT-7 just schooled this 704. Hey, if he's throwing premium and you saw it, you shouldn't have kept pushing into him like that. Do I think it's right? No, but... Whew, that was close. Same time, you know, you gotta adjust to what the enemy's doing. Thanks again, Azul, and everybody else that tipped tonight as well, and sponsored. You know. God, can someone with more HP? Okay, we don't have any HP. It's now there's a freaking heavy tank. Really glad that he missed me. There is a bush here, but do I think that this bush slash tree is gonna keep me safe, but I don't know. Don't know. $54, maybe somebody. Hello. Tanks back here. There's a bush here too, kind of blocking my view. Carl, you need to set it in front of your name. I'll show you in the garage after this battle here. You can ping me all you want. I got 80 HP and there's freaking 2 tanks there, dude. And you're dead on top of it all, so you're getting blacklisted. I hate people that do that. He's dead. You know, pushing into the unknown is not smart when you don't have HP. And it's not even really the unknown there. We know that there's frickin' 3 tanks, or now we did. But I'm doing a little bit more than I want to by kind of peeking out all over the place here. Honestly, yep, I made a mistake there now. I didn't think he was there, but I didn't have 6 cents on this, and I was taking a little bit of a risk. Still there, but I was trying honestly to get back up here because right where both of those guys where I could have helped that M103. We got this though, unless something really bad happens. Like, whew, thank God. There we go. Yeah, I saw that the consoles just got Swedish tanks. Hopefully you guys have fun with them. Alright, so next up I have the Object 140, but decent match for me losing a lot of my HP for nothing basically. As far as the Stug medals, you have to go in and set your medals here, Carl, for it to show up. If you gain a medal, it's not going to show up unless you go in and select one from what you have. You just do that by clicking. You know, you got to drop down to your personal reserves, but you got to click that little thing next to your name there. Next up, the 140. It's not exactly straightforward as far as how you do that. They don't really explain it very well. Hey, another grand battle. Still find it weird that, you know, I'm glad that, you know, people get to experience this more, but it's not putting out full battles, which honestly is confusing. Just wait an extra 30 seconds and it could get a full battle every time. Tier 10 autoloader? There's so many different kinds, Rajesh, that's kind of an impossible answer, to be honest. There's mediums, there's heavies, there's tank destroyers, even lights with autoloaders, so it's, you know, I can't give you a straight answer. As far as tier 10 goes, I think most tier 10s are pretty much on par with one another, except for right now the Super Conqueror M48 is a little bit, they're both a little bit too good. And I would say the tier 10 that's lacking the most is the Object 268. He's getting very nice early spots, but he's not gonna spot at everything, I believe. Oh. Okay, I knew that there's probably something in front of that 268, and I was right. Okay. I wonder why my phone just beeped. I'll find out after the stream. Crap, I could have gotten another hit on the Sheridan basically for free. Ooh, M48, don't do that. I have to kind of go out and help him now. I'll probably pay the price for pushing. Oop, got a little lucky. Alright, we need to go left here. Maybe. Less things can hit us if we head left. Not safe from everything, but... sorry, man. Went a little bit too early for the rest of us. Careful getting hit from my left, but if I make it to this building, I should be okay. Okay, he got him. Three SPGs. Hello, Russian person. Unfortunately, I can't speak or read Russian. They're pushing towards like their SPGs. I'm pushing to the center. We're only up by 2 tanks, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. If I can spot these guys in the center too, that should help out. Okay, everyone involved here. He's probably gonna snapshot me. Yep, why wouldn't he? He aimed for like less than a second there. He still hit me. I really wish I could get good accuracy on tanks like that. That was pretty far. Like, it's basically at his max view range, and he was still able to pull off a shot like that. And we just got nailed. Crap! I need to. Freaking trying to go forward and I'm stuck on the rock and it's pulling me backwards still. But now that I got hit by him, I'm kind of in safety mode. But we got a little bit ahead of ourselves there. Yep, kind of pushed out without taking out the center. Really wish I didn't get hit by that JPZ 100. He's out now, but I've got RD to worry about. Trying to track him, he's gonna... Whew, maybe not. As I say, he's gonna get me. Now I got him tracked. He's definitely got his repair kit though. Lucky that girl 15 didn't catch me. Surprising the amount of people that freaking camp though, all the way in the back. Like, you know, in close matches like this, it can help your team come back, but usually by the time people actually get to you, your team's so far behind. What do I do? It's just one-shottable by everything. I need to help these guys. E50's pushing. little bit off on hitting ramen noodle over here. That should help tracking him. Debatable, I don't think he spotted me. I think I have 6th sense on this crew, but I can't be sure. Very nice. Gotta wait for our town to make the turn here. I'm not gonna press my luck there. There's at least an already aiming somewhere over here. Plus, there's that girl 15. Maybe I can spot him again though, since I'm not spotted now. We should have this though. Come on, Artie, take him out. I'll go for it now. Very nice. Did a little over 3,000 damage though. A little over 1,100 assists as well. Down to a grill and 3 SPGs. I'll probably be the first to come across the TD. But hello, other Russian person. Fortunately, yeah, not a linguist. But getting towards the end of the stream here, I'm going to be doing another raffle at the end, but I'm going to get to as many of these requests as I can. I definitely can't get to all of them now. Here we go. Icing on the cake. Thank you, Azul. Mastery badge 3rd class though. Pretty good amount of damage. The Strub 103Bs did a pretty damn good job there. That's a honestly really good map for them. Lots of room to work around on. Tank. Not played this in quite some time here. I'll definitely be able to get to the Super Conqueror, possibly the IS-6. Thanks, John. Alright, we got a tier 10 match here. 3 SPGs. That's the Spirit Conqueror. Throwing in the towel right away. Okay, so it's probably just like a bot spamming. Okay, team. They're all going that way. I really want to go that way too, but it's just with 3 SPGs. If we didn't have any SPGs, I'd say screw it. I'm just gonna follow the 1-2 line, but you can't just leave, you know, this entire flank open when you have 3 SPGs on your team. Make that 2. Obviously, he does not know that you can get counter batteried. We just lost another tank. Oh lord. This is going very well. I think I might just have to grin and bear this one. I'm good at that. Hey little bud. Not really sure what I can do here. Kind of hope that the enemy drives out in front of me and doesn't move. Oop, that guy's got me. Oh, there's a T-57 down there. Holy lord. Trying to bounce him right now. He's got 1 shot. Oh god, this is not going to be pretty. I'm going to get hit wherever I'm at, but if I can fall back here, I might live to get artied. So I'm not going to be arty safe. But surprise, surprise, they're pushing a bunch of people on the flank we have nobody on. And it's myself and a Yag Panther 2 set to take on their tanks here. Ah, that was a bad shot. Bouncing that heat. No damage, but I blocked some damage so far. Crap, I should have stayed out there. Could have tracked him one more time. Although, what? That works. Take a little bit of a gamble. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, he thought he got me. Can't believe I bounced that though. That is honestly really annoying. Yep, he's got me. Oh well. Unfortunately, I tried my best there, but I missed a couple shots. But yeah. I'm glad I went there though, because if I hadn't, that would have been a lot uglier than it was. But you know, if you're pushing that one line, they all veered into the center, sat there. That hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us with a loss. But Super Conqueror is up next here. Trying to get to, you know, I'll be able to get to the IS-6, maybe the batchat. Yeah, at least they're working. Doesn't sound like fun though. Ryan and I passed up on a couple houses that had pumps in the basement. So. Alright, so I kind of hope this isn't a 30v30 match, to be honest. I've had enough of them tonight. But I'll probably pop the raffle off after this match, and then hopefully I can fit 2 more in here. My next stream's going to be coming up Tuesday morning, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we have another stream Tuesday night for Overwatch. With Overwatch, you guys will be able to request for me to play certain characters or heroes essentially in the game. Whether or not you guys know which or how they play is another thing, but you know, you will be able to request stuff in those or that game now. Levi is now patiently waiting for me to be finished here. I know Sergeant Pump on the other team there. Alright, Super Conqueror, I'm gonna be heading to the 2-line area. I have not played Counter-Strike Go. No. I know a lot of people play that still. I've never gotten into it, so it's one game I've never tried. I'm sure, honestly, I'd probably like playing it. At this point, though, I feel like if I get into that game, I'd have to learn the ins and outs of it, which might drive me crazy. We're doing the classic 8-line push. It can work, but oh lord. Usually it doesn't work because your team can get bottlenecked, and we're not going to have the center. And specifically from this side, you can get shot down so easily from the center and just not going to be able to get any progress. Alright, hoping for the best, but probably going to be the worst case scenario. I push out these two, but I'm not sure where their RDs. Yep, their RD's dead ahead. RD gets fired. I'm not gonna be able to pen him. You gotta love that mountain area on Sand River. Yep. Like, I might be able to pen his cupola at this range, but I'm going for the safer shot here. He's doing the same thing too. That hurt. 500 damage from an SPG. Nice if someone could help me and finish him off as well. And so that was definitely a direct hit. I got stunned for a while here. Unfortunately, yeah, we're really outnumbered now. Weak spot on this thing, extremely freaking tiny. He's hull down. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything about him. Just going to hope for the best and get as much damage as we can, because kind of up shit creek right now. Fortunately though, our 8-line push failed. Don't know why, you know. Don't know why people tend to put as much as they do on that flank, but to each their own. So if you look at how Abby is set up, 1-2 line, you know, has 2 different flanks that you can fight through. Easier to push, flank, what have you. Harder to defend. The center, you know, is kind of a pivot point to where you can kind of shoot into the 2 line, but the 2 line is higher than the center. So a little bit less influence there, but it can shoot down into the 8 line. 8 line's just one flank through and through, not a lot of cover vertically from already people firing from, you know, that flank and the center on you. So typically it's easier to defend. Stick a couple TDs or heavily armored tanks at one end. you can hold off, you know, more tanks than what you have on that flank. As long as you play it smart and just like slowly pull back. You know, pushing it only works if the enemy lets you kind of win it and then kind of spill out from it and just screw everything up. Usually though, when you get to the higher tiers, it's not a good bet there. IS-6 is up next. Let's get a raffle going here. Winner's gonna get 500 Levi biscuits here. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to get to the batchat here at the end, but it's all gonna come down to how long this match takes here. The only other, you know, the only time I play requests out of order is if there's a challenge. I typically do them, you know, faster than what comes in order, or if I'm platooning with someone that doesn't have every single tier and they can't play certain requests. Alright, got some tier 9s in this match. I'm not sure where I want to go. I'm probably gonna head to the town. I like fighting in the 1-2 line because it's pretty important to win that, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything out there, to be honest. I'll just be a cannon fodder. Lord, they have a batchat 12T pushing straight through the center. Luckily I was swapping over to my HE shell just to take a quick little shot somewhere. Okie dokie. Let's see, our T10's gonna set up there. Oh. We should probably push, you know, once we get our Malshin up here. Maybe not now, there's a VK. But, I'm hoping their 212 is not set up to be able to hit me here. Probably will be, but, hoping for the best here. We lost the 1-2 side, which honestly, I could have helped out over there if I set up near the barn. Okay, guess I'm not setting up on this corner here. If you want to go E75, I guess I'll help you. I'm not liking this, but just we need to put pressure here. Just need to go in and hope for the best here. Oh, why did you stop? I know why he stopped, but at the same time, you're just gonna keep getting RD'd and keep getting shot there. I'm using a lot of APCR, but it's something you gotta do in the IS-6 when you're faced with tanks that have actual armor. Missed. I can pen his cupola if I get a nice shot, but yeah. Malshin's finally pushing. We should be good on this side. We just need to deal with the base eventually. Are you guys pulling back? Come on. I'm gonna get RD'd here in another second or so. Keep him there. Need to get myself RD safe, but I don't think that's gonna happen. This is like the oddest push, honestly, in the town. Like, we had a pretty good advantage here, and it's just some people are pushing, some people are falling back. Like, I gotta fall back now because I don't have any HP, but we blew that. That was just frustrating to see. But I'm not surprised. At this point, probably just gonna get shot from the M46, but I was landing my shots early on. Just everything after the first few went down the hill for me. Sticking out. BK is almost able to get shot by me. Penning him's another story, even with APCR. Fortunately, this is my last APCR round. Congratulations, though, nice guy, for winning the raffle. Crap. I screwed that up. Not that my team's in a very good spot here, but something sees me. That ain't good. Yep, they're going for the hell, something's spotting me from over there that I can't see. The hope is to get. Just sucks because we could have pushed through here so much faster. At this point, though, I gotta get, you know, one penetration. I'm basically done for. Yep, I blew this. I was trying to save the SPG, but that didn't happen. Oh god. He's got APCR too. Luckily he was aiming at my hole, which was angled, but no, this ain't gonna work. Probably reload it right about now, but he's gonna come around behind me. Oh, who wants to kill me first? It's gonna be one of them. I don't think the Artie can hit me here. The last stand. I'd be a little bit more confident, but they have a lot more HP than I do. Yeah. I tried my best though. Almost 3k damage, but alright, so I got one more battle here, and then that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. Yeah. queue up and then I'm dead. Emoji there. Mastery badge 3rd class. Second most amount of damage at almost 3,000 there, but IS-6 still a good tank. I lost a ton of credits because I fired all the APCR shots and I missed like, or didn't pen because I hit a lot of them, but I didn't pen. I would say at least like 30 something percent of them. Excuse me. All right, so I have a batchat. And that's gonna be it for the stream here. But that was still a fun match. Just our team was not doing a very good job at pushing together. It's like our side pushed, got some damage off, and then we started getting hit, so start falling back. Then the other side pushed, and it was doing the same thing. And the enemy was just sitting there like, okay, we'll shoot at this corner, then we'll turn around and shoot at that corner. Just, we're playing right into their hands there. So my next stream is going to be Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for start time. Feel free, you know, if you guys might not be able to make it, since, you know, it is early for a lot of people. You can request tanks on Discord if you'd like. There's a tank request section. If you can't make it to the stream, you can always catch the replay. Otherwise, Tuesday night will be Overwatch stream, so that'll be pretty fun. Here's the hoping that we can win up here. It's gonna be interesting. I'm typically a little bit too aggressive in the batchat for my own sake. We got up here first, then with no arty. They're fine sitting behind me if they push into me. Okay, so we got the first kill, and there's a 183. One tank I don't want to see. Oh, don't push, don't push. That's not good. Need to fall back. Need them to be a little bit antsy here. Send maybe 1 or 2 of their tanks up. Vince, the STB1's, he's gonna get himself into trouble. Antsy all of us though, I think. I need to let them make the mistake. This this T-57's kind of helping him out a lot here. Screw it. Oh, that was a bad shot on my part. Was not really worth it. Screw it, I'm loading up my 1 heat clip. Come on guys, wait 30 seconds. Ooh, that was a nice hit. But oh. Alright, I guess they're going. I'll take a slightly longer approach, but guess the TVP ran away. He's back here. They got 3 tanks back here. All right. That's awesome. Somebody shooting each other here. I'll take a gamble. They play completely differently, Rajesh. Again, you can't really compare the two. Kronwagen and TVP, they serve two different roles. They're both good tanks though. Not hoping to come up against the 907. Honestly, there's something about the batchat that I play like crap. Like, I'll be honest, like, it took me, I don't know how many hundreds of battles to ace it, which, I know acing a tank can be difficult, but I typically can do it pretty, not easily, but within 100 battles. But I just find, I kind of wish Wargaming added another, say, gun on this. They were looking to rebalance it to make it more accurate, but with a little bit less pen and a little bit less, you know, alpha damage, essentially, with a full clip. And people just bitched and complained because you see a lot of people, like, it's very good in competitive setting, but a lot of people just load straight up heat and snipe from a distance or mid-range in it, but I don't exactly like chucking full heat out of anything, except for E100. But it's just one of those tanks. I honestly play the batchat very poorly. I play the tier 9 one a lot better, and you know, the AMX 1390 as a light, I play that better as well, which is why I'm looking forward to the AMX 13105. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see some of you guys on Tuesday. Otherwise, you know, have a nice week. Thanks again for the tips and also the sponsorships. Yeah, off to bed now. Have a nice one. See you guys around, and happy grinding for the marathon missions. See you guys.